That's for you. Come. Yes. Wow. Oh my God. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. Come, Ozzy. Super. I'm so glad. Yeah. Don't worry. Don't be afraid. We help you. Okay. This has to heal. You need to go to the doctor now with us.
Oh, so old?
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Okay.
You're still. I brought you chicken soup. Oh, yeah. You can make us all. Yeah. I promise. So much better with this bone out. Huh? Yeah.
This is absorbable.
Absorb. Okay.
This is also absorbable. No need to remove it also.
Perfect. Oh, good.
It's like a hole, and then it's
Yes.
to it here.
Yes. There is still paste in his eyes. Out from the clinic. Right? You have to make a pee-pee. Yeah. That's a line. Ready? Just for you. You have your own garden, Schatzi. Yeah. Your quarantine garden. How is that? All he wants right now is food. He eats a lot. Yeah, let him come, I think, by himself first, because he doesn't know us and he's very confused. Oh, now the food is coming. Yeah. Are you hungry? You're confused, girl. I know you are confused for now. I understand. wanna be with everyone, not alone. Be nice. Snoopy. Snoopy Poopy, can you? Be nice, please. Girl, what's she? Feeding them all. Some of them are biting a bit. So yes.
Aduh, siapa nih? Siapa nih? Siapa nih? Aduh,
Coba lagi kasih. Ih, masih suka. Good job. Good job, baby. Oh, kasih lagi dek, kasih lagi dek. You like? What are you doing? Oh, oh.